Hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining me while I show you my birthday haul. Yeah, it's not quite a haul, but they're plants I bought for my birthday. My birthday is not until October. However, as I've said previously, October can bring snow from the 1st of October all the way through to the end of March. So I wanted to get ahead of the game. Now, according to my husband, who has grown up in Denver, the first snow used to not come until Halloween. Well, climate change maybe? I don't know. I don't get into that. Let's focus on the girls here. So, I have 3 from Hauserman. I have 4 Phalaenopsis type from Brookside Brookside Orchids. Can't speak today. And then really I have 3 from the Orchid Supply Store, which is my new sponsor. If I have not told you that, or if you've not seen the announcement video, I'll link it down below. So one of the orchids was the Vanda Orchid that I purchased from them a few weeks ago, and we will talk about those in a moment. But from Hauserman, and this was my first order from Hauserman. I was going to do an unboxing, but wasn't feeling too well, so I had to get them out of the box and start getting them acclimated. So I've had these for about maybe a week. So I did find a replacement for my Deliciosa Hookeriana. Now this one is labeled with its original name, which is Kingadium, which used to be a class all of its own in the orchid family, but has since been reclassified as Phalaenopsis. So I'm going to never lose this tag because it has the actual original name of the lovely orchid here. Now she is in a plastic nursery pot. I don't see any growing tips or any new roots quite yet. Oh, wait a minute. We have a new root, so I might go ahead and repot this one here shortly. But it came with this new leaf growing, and it has grown quite a bit. It was really small. No, I didn't take pictures. Sorry, guys. But the leaves on this one are a little different than my other one that I had. The other one I had, the leaves were a little darker, a little bit wider. I don't know if that's just from the different lighting, but either way, I'm excited to see this one bloom and see if we have those little itty bitty blooms on this one as well. And then also from Hauserman, I got this Phalaenopsis Samara. Well, I can't pull the tag out because there's a root attached, but there's the name. Look how tiny she is. Just gorgeous. Now she is in what looks like a bark mixture, but of course there could be some sphagnum as well in here. So I'm again waiting for some new roots to grow so that I can pot this one up. But this leaf right here, when she came, was growing and is still growing, so that is good. And I have her kind of sitting in this little decorative pot with some stone at the bottom, just so that she has something to sit on, because she's in such a tiny little pot, tiny little girl. And then my little Vanda. This, just knocked it over, didn't I? Move that. So this is the RHV Culminaire. Now, I saw this orchid on Bumblebee, and the flowers are like a really, really deep, deep burgundy, almost black, and it's supposed to be fragrant. And I love my fragrant orchids. I wish they were all fragrant. But she came in this nursery pot, and she's also, so she's in a basket, and I think they put her in here and then threw some bark because it's very loosely in there. But this lovely root right here, I spray every day to try to encourage that root tip to continue growing. And she is not blooming size, but near blooming size. But isn't she just gorgeous? And this is her newest leaf growing here. But oh my goodness, I have yet to decide what I'm going to do with her. I kind of am thinking of putting her on some sort of a mount, maybe with just a little bit of moss, or maybe put her on a fern slab, those new fern mounts that they have. I'm thinking of maybe putting her on there because I do want to grow her outside next year along with my Vanda Pearl Cooper. So there's that one, and I keep knocking over these little nursery pots. So let's just talk about the Orchcids here. So this one is the Phalaenopsis fimbrata. Here we go. And I believe all the ones I purchased are species or species types. I'm pretty sure they're all species. But as you can see, she has a lovely new root growing here. She's got active root tips as well. And on this one, she has this beautiful new leaf growing. And this leaf I'm hoping relaxes a little bit because it's not quite hardened off yet. But I will be repotting this one very soon. Very, very soon. And to my surprise, when I pulled her out, I saw this spike. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little spike right here. And earlier I looked, and look at there. We have another spike coming up. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, I will probably not see her bloom because sometimes with these, when you repot them when they're in spikes, sometimes they don't develop. In my experience, that's what I found. If I'm wrong, comments down below. But I'm going to repot her anyway because I'm going to take advantage of that new root growth. And then we have this one, which is the Phalaenopsis modesta. And this one, I saw that Michelle from Michelle's Life on Repeat had ordered it, and she posted some pictures, and I just thought it was just the prettiest thing, and I think it's just so cute. But she also has this leaf right here that's kind of grown wanky, but she has a new leaf growing right there as well. Now, I'm going to take her out of the pot and just see if I have any roots growing inside the pot because she is a wee bit wobbly, so there may not be very many roots. I may have to just really wait until she develops the roots that usually come along with new leaf growth. And then we have this one is the Phalaenopsis lameligeria Wilson. I probably chopped that name up, so I'll just show you guys real quick. But she also has this beautiful spike here. And look at all of, let me move this out of the way. Hold on, there we go. She has beautiful roots growing here, and she's got some root growing here, and then this one down here is growing into the pot. So she too shall be repotted with this one so that I can get them established in what I'd like them to be in. And then last but not least, we have this itty bitty Vandopsis parishii crossed with self. Now you would think with the Vand in front that this would be a Vanda cross. Has nothing to do with Vandas, guys. Nothing. But I can't take her out of the pot because her roots, she's in a net pot inside of this pot, and the roots are attached to the side of this pot. And so I did not soak her first before the video so I could pull her out. But she's got these aerial roots, and these are firm, but they're almost papery feeling as well. So I will probably just cut these off. But she has a root tip growing right here, so that might indicate a good thing. So I'll leave that one on there, but I'm probably going to cut the rest of these off because there's a kink right there, as well as this one right here. Even though it turns green, that doesn't mean it's still alive. It's papery, very, very papery. And now let's get to the last two. So I ordered 4 from Brookside, 3 from Hauserman, and technically I ordered 3 from my new sponsor, Orchid Supply Store. The Vanda Parachet, and then I got another Vanda. I know, I grow in my home and I'm buying Vandas. What am I thinking? Apparently I'm not, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna grow these girls. We're gonna see them bloom. But this is the Vanda Samsri Pink crossed with Cool Vandi, and it's supposed to be fragrant. But let me just move this because I keep wanting to knock these over. Hold on. If I lost those spikes because I broke them, I'd be upset with myself. But there's the name. And as you can see, she's in an open basket, and she has a keiki. So now I have a 2-for-1 basically. It is very, very healthy. I don't know which one is the mama and which one is the baby, but I'm assuming because this one is smaller, it's the baby, so we'll call this one the mama. But mama is growing a new leaf. The baby does not appear to have anything in there. But what I've been doing, because she is bare root, is I've been soaking her for about an hour every day to keep her hydrated. And she does have this lovely root tip right here. Let's see if we can get that in better. There we go. See that beautiful root tip? And it started growing off of an older root that decided to go bye-bye. I'm not going to cut any of these roots off. I have already kind of cleaned her up. There were maybe 1 or 2 that needed to be cut off, but overall she's looking fantabulous. Again, I kind of have a plan for her, but that'll be for another video. So, and I keep her in this little plastic container just so that the roots aren't touching anything coarse where they might damage them. And I do try to keep just a wee bit of water at the bottom. Matter of fact, I'll just show you. It's, when I say a wee bit, I mean literally a wee bit. That's all the water, and then once you flatten it, it just kind of spreads itself out. But I kind of am doing that to kind of help with added humidity. I know it's not doing much, but it's doing more than nothing, right? And then I've got me a dendrobium, and it is a Latoria type dendrobium with 2 new growths. So this one here is one of the new growths, and this one on this side has a new growth growing as well. This one is finishing off her terminal leaf, and this one as well is finishing off the terminal leaf. And as you can tell these are the 2 new growths because they are much lighter in color than the mature growth, as well as the leaves are still tender and soft. But she is in this opaque pot, which is sold by the Orchid Supply Store. So they not only have the clear ones, but they also have the opaque if that's something you're interested in. Especially if you grow in moss, the opaque will kind of control that algae a little bit better than the clear ones in a decorative pot, especially if you have holes in that decorative pot. Learned that lesson. But these do not like to stay dry very long. So what I did is I did just recently water her today. I let the media completely dry out. Now she will need to be repotted as soon as I see a new growth with new roots coming, simply because the bark in here is really mushy. It's really mushy. So I will need to repot her, but it's not to the point where it's completely gone over and I have to repot her right now. Because from what I understand, Latoria types are kind of finicky with repotting. They don't like to be disrupted. They do like to be snug as a bug in a rug. So I'll have to be careful as far as what pot size I put her in. And I may just take her out of this pot, clean it, and put it back in this pot. Again, that'll be a decision that'll have to be made once it's time to repot her. But this is the Dendrobium Silver Wings crossed with Nita Spots. And it's supposed to be a pink Latoria flower. So I'm excited to see that, because for those of you, again, who've been watching me for a while know how I feel about my pink. I love my pink. But these are all of my lovely birthday orchids that I purchased. And if you want to get 12% off of your order from Orchid Supply Store, whether you want to buy orchids or just supplies, as the name entails, you can use my code TRISH, T-R-I-S-H, in the gift certificate coupon area at checkout. 12% off your entire order, free shipping on everything. And for those of you who may be watching outside of the United States, yes, they do ship international, and they do apply the United States Postal Service rates to that. So let me know what you think about my lovelies I got here, and I will be repotting some of them. Some of it I will tape, some of it I won't. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the weather, whatever it is. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.